It's only a matter of time before the remnant of Israel wakes up and we rise. We come from a bloodline of priests sold into captivity. Father, break these chains off me. Make me free in time ambition. 2024 AD. Live from the belly of the beast, Babylon. Should we stay, should we flee? In time's ambition.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
Shabbat shalom, y'all. How's it going? How's it going?
Shabbat shalom, indeed.
Indeed, indeed.
Khan. It's that blessed day, blessed time of the week. We get to fellowship and get a little rest, try to get a little rest, you know what I mean? Like the Most High commanded us.
That's right.
We right back at it. Another live, instead of going out to the highways and byways, everybody's snowed in and trapped, and you know what I mean? We just decided to, fellowship with the Akim on the live, and thank the Most High that He gave us another venue, another avenue, another vehicle to use to reach the sheep.
That's right. Yeah, Khan, man. It's gonna be a beautiful segment here, man. Able to ask a couple. Shalom, sis. Shalom.
Shalom, Judy T.
Shalom, Gabriel. All praises, man, to the Most High, man. It's been a good time for us to get questions in the chat of anything that anyone feels that they don't have a proper understanding to. They can put it in the chat and stuff, and the brothers, the men of the Lord, the prophets will answer it according to the spirit of Hashem, Mashiach Yahushua, right? And then that's what Cap said earlier. It's a beautiful thing because it's another vehicle that we're able to use. Shalom, shalom. Right, all praise to the Most High, man. Shalom, shalom. Right, it's another vehicle, that we can get able to use. And all my stuff that I really did have and stuff. General, do you got those two videos that we that talked about and discussed that you'll be able to pull up?
I got the one with the people with the cross. I got that one. Okay,
go ahead and keep talking here for a second, man. Give me a sec. I hate all my stuff got lost that I had, man, because one of the main things we got to do, man, is re-edify our people, man, re-educate our people, man. You know what I'm saying? Right. Our people need to understand and know who they are in these last days, man, right? And not be caught up in all this folliness and everything, man. Our brothers and sisters already in the chat. Go ahead and like the video, subscribe. This is make definitely get the like so we can get that algorithm out there. Go ahead, Cap.
I've got a whole lot. Just want to make sure that we feed the sheep. And first and foremost, we want to give all glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. That's all praise, honor, and glory to the Most High power, Yahweh, in the name of His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai.
That's right.
Make sure the spirit's in this thing. We want to answer questions. We want to generate some thought and on whatever topic comes to mind, and just hang out with the shalom. There go brother Bill. Shalom. I know brother Bill he gonna keep us on our toes today.
Yeah. God. That's our brother right there.
Con. Faithful brother, and so. I'm just looking forward to what topics and what we're gonna, what we're gonna get into. Biblical escapades.
Right. Hey, just talking about things, man. Even though you might have a question or a verse you needed some understanding on, or you just want something like how can you relate this to what's going on in the world around us? Hey, that's what we're here for. That's why the Most High put us in place so that we can bring this understanding to the people, so that they don't have to walk in darkness and that they can walk in the light of the word.
Con. That's true. That's right. That's a beautiful. I think it's gonna be a beautiful class today, as we got people tuning in already and stuff. It's gonna look, man. Give you some 2 key points on the videos that we're going to show that y'all gonna look at, man. Take notice of. We're gonna break down, man, and we're gonna show you the folly. We're gonna show you why the people are doing what they doing, why they believe in what they believe in. and understand, man, truth will always outdo a lie, man. Even though a lie been going on for so long and stuff, man, we got to come back to the truth of the Most High, man. And this is what's great about the Lord putting the spirit on the prophets and allowing them to go out and allowing them to feed the sheep as we're doing today, man. So pay attention to what we're going to show. And likewise, make sure that we like, let's get that algorithm out there, man. Let's get this truth out there. Everyone that join in, like the video, let's make sure we get the truth out there, man. It needs to be spread and it goes forward, man. We need a like. Got 7 so far. Let's get 7 likes. Let's move that thing on up in the mighty name of the Yahweh Shem Mashiach Yahushua.
That's right. That's right. Let's get it going in the algorithm.
That's right.
Okay.
Let's see here.
Hey, dig deep, y'all. What questions you got? Dig deep. Come on now.
Until then, hey Chief, I have that one with the cross up. And
you have
you
one. Yeah, go ahead and let's go ahead and pull the one up with the cross. And I had I couldn't get that information back, but pull it up. We'll go ahead and show Wing on the Bible.
Kind. Let's put that up. Let me know when you can see it.
See
it. Kind.
Might want to make it a little bigger if you can.
Yeah.
Oh, I sure can. I can blow it up for the screen. Let me go down here. Put it on full screen mode. Is that any better?
Yeah, a lot better.
Okay, kind. Just let me know when you need me to play it. I'll start it.
You can go ahead and start it for us, Khan Baba Kushai.
Kind.
What a beautiful day it is. What a beautiful day it is. The name of Jesus Christ, my King. What a beautiful day it is. Nothing compares to this. What a beautiful day it is. The name of Jesus.
What heaven was that? Hey, it's just look back around.
Okay.
Wow.
And so people don't understand this is another form of idolatry right here, man. You see what these people doing and everything, man, with this cross. A lot of people don't understand the Romans used the cross of crucifixion. It killed a lot of Israelites on the cross, man. This was even before Christ, man. This is how they crucified the Jews and the ones that believe and follow the Lord. Man, they killed them like this, man. Right? So here's a lot of people in Atlanta Stadium right here, man, worshiping this thing that killed the Messiah. Walking around, man, glorifying it, honoring it. And where do you see it in the Bible? See, they got it confused when Christ said, pick up your cross. He wasn't talking about this, pick up your cross like this, art the blessing and carry it all around the world. That's not what he was talking about, man. Your purpose, your mission, you got to pick it up and follow Yahweh Shai, man. Not come and glorify some cross, man. These people are worshiping a cross that killed them.
Right.
How many of us today will walk around with a symbolism on our neck, man, showing how one of our family members got killed? If they got killed in a car wreck, we're going to get a car on our neck and praise it. Honor the Lord for it.
I don't know.
What's the integrity in that, man?
That's the equivalent to a big AK-47. You know what I mean?
That's right.
That's what you're singing to.
Hey, just imagine this. Imagine me walking around like this. We're gonna give praise and we're gonna remember this person that got hung, and I'm walking around with a noose.
You're gonna walk around and honor it on your neck and say, look, man, and then try to change the form of it. Now, this ain't white Jesus on, this a black Jesus, man. Man, the Lord told you to get rid of that stuff, man.
That's right.
Destroy it, burn it. Nowhere did you find in the kingdom with David or any of them, man, will go into a kingdom and see images. They burned them, man, destroyed them. Get rid of them.
Yeah, that's crazy. But
Go
let's
ahead.
you brought that out, so let's go ahead and bring up that law right there about
Okay.
the graven image. Let's do that.
You want me to read it? You want me to read your
I got it.
You got it?
I got it.
Okay.
The water though, the water. It's Exodus 20, and we'll start at verse 4. It says, Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image, or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow thyself to them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord thy God, am a jealous God, visiting the iniquities of the fathers upon the children, unto the third and fourth generation of them that hate me.
Kind.
Hey, I just wanted to bring out that. I wanted to bring it out so you know in the law what they're doing isn't of the Most High, because He actually commanded against it. It's not even that they made the cross. The problem isn't the cross itself; it's them worshiping the cross. Because you can have some things, and you like it, and then you end up making it into an idol. Like, oh, I have a favorite cup. And then you'll put your cup above everything else. Like, oh no, you can't do this, you can't do that. Oh, I can't go and do this and that because I gotta make sure I gotta clean the cup, wash the cup, whatever. You can make anything into an idol like it's, and the Most High is warning you against that.
Yeah,
That's right.
They setting things above, setting things above everything else. You know what I mean? That's what they're doing, like you said. I mean, that's why it's
right.
erected. So look how big that damn cross is, man. Golly.
As if it's going to make an impact, if it's going to make something different, right?
Yeah. And imagine how many people got crosses on their neck in there. You know what I mean? And that's that's just the white man's symbol. It's sort of like the mark of the beast. You know what I mean? You accepting that thing. It's their symbol. White supremacy, white cross.
That's right.
You don't really never see no black crosses. You know what I mean? It's always a white cross. You know what I mean?
Right.
Maybe
maybe like the wood one.
Yeah, well, yeah, silver or something. But the main thing is, you know what I mean? We know that who used the cross? The so-called white man, the Italians, the Romans. That's their weapon of choice. So I know the Most High ain't gonna, you know what I mean? He used the wicked man, to come up with a form of punishment for his children, and then say, now this is the symbol of my love. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The so-called white man came up with this cross to destroy us on, even destroy the Messiah on, and then now all of a sudden we supposed to be swooning over this little symbol and stuff. It's crazy, man. We're really, that movie The Matrix is true, man. We're really just blinded to what is going on. We have no idea till you come into the truth. You have no idea what you're doing. You're just a zombie.
Okay. Our praises, mankind on that, man. Great feed on that. Now, we already got one in the chat. Let's get this first one. So, how many times can you get forgiven for the same sin?
Hey, Chief.
That's a good question. Go ahead.
He had another one. Can we get his last one? Because it actually goes in line to what we were just talking about.
Oh, and before y'all go there, I did have a precept on this one though.
Go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead.
This is Ezekiel 14:3. It says, "Son of man, these men have set up their idols in their heart," meaning in their mind, "and put the stumbling block of their iniquity before their face. Should I be inquired of at all by them?" You know what I mean? So these people, all of these thousands of people in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, where they have football games, that they're going to clear all of them people out. You know what I mean? This is their coliseums that they had in the Roman times, where they would have us down there fighting bears and lions. You know what I mean? They had the Israelite men, you starve us for 3 days and say, hey, you want to get out of here? Fight this bear, fight this lion. You know what I mean? And we had to damn fight each other and kill each other to death. And they would do their ceremonies and stuff in these coliseums. What is the same thing now? They're doing they're summoning and worshiping Satan. Really, they're worshiping their deity, and then 24 hours from then they're gonna have a football game right there, and same thing it's gonna be worship again. You know what I mean? People gonna be out there running the football, doing this and doing that, and it's nothing but worship, paganism.
Man.
You know what I mean? That's all it is. You're gonna have a whole ceremony, so-called worshiping the Lord, and then at the same time, you know what I mean, then have a football game, knowing people worship. That's worship. That's idolatry. Nothing but, you know. Yeah, it says, son of man, these men have set up their idols in their heart and put the stumbling block of their iniquity before their face. Should I be inquired of at all by them? No, the Lord is not going to hear their cry. He's not going to hear their prayer. He don't hear them little songs that they singing. That's blasphemy. You know what I mean?
That's
That's
right.
straight blasphemy. You down there, Jake down there holding hands with his enemy. You know what I mean? We getting oppressed and redlined and abused all over the world, everywhere. And we got enough time to be holding hands with the damn oppressor, talking about we singing to the Lord. Forget about what's going on in the real world. You know what I mean? We just, you know what I mean? We can get together 50,000 people and just sing some songs and look at a cross and think everything on all of the oppression and wickedness in the world is going to go away. That's crazy.
Con. Are
You got it.
Are you talking about this one right here?
Yep, that one. That's the one, Chief.
Okay.
Only. There we
Says,
go.
are pictures of our loved ones who have passed away considered graven images?
Well, General, you answered that one with the last precept you gave.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? If you're worshiping it, it's a graven image. If you're worshiping, if it's meant for worship, it's a graven image. You know what I mean? So that's what that's about.
Kind of put
a graven image means it's created, a created image to, you know what I mean, for worship.
Yeah, kind of like with the golden calf, right? Or Dagon, their statue. You know, these images that you worship, man, become your god, right? You know, we're going to have pictures and stuff of family members of us taking pictures with them when they're dead and gone. Doesn't mean that we're going to wire it on our neck and carry it everywhere, man, and say, look, we worship this picture. No, man. You know, we don't worship graven images, man. It's okay to take pictures and everything, man. You know, it ain't saying that you worship just because you take a picture. I mean, you want to remember your loved ones and everything, man. You want to build memories, man, which is a good thing that we should do, man. Constantly is to remember one another, man. You just don't want to worship it, man. Some people go overboard, right?
That's right.
So we just got to make sure Generally answer that question, which was a good question, man. On that. That was good.
Let me hit him with a precept or two. Yeah, I mean, just to I mean, use the backup Bible on it. This is Deuteronomy 5:8-9. It says, "You shall not make any graven image or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath, or that is in the waters beneath the earth. You shall not bow down yourself unto them, nor serve them. For I, the Lord your power, am a jealous power, visiting the iniquity of the fathers upon the children unto the third and fourth generation, and showing mercy unto thousands of them that love me and keep my commandments." Right? So the Lord is saying, I mean, that's a commandment. Don't make no graven image to bow down to it. And another precept on that is so let me get the precept of how they did Caesar Borgia. You know how they created Caesar Borgia. Same thing. We kind of take our time. I mean, you know what I mean? I know we ain't I know we ain't got that many questions. So let me I hate feeling sped up. Let me chill. Hold on.
Oh yeah.
Precept that. Where my precept at?
And I was looking at the why you pulling that up? I was looking at this comment, and it was talking about like how people set up shrines for the dead for their loved one. It's a sin.
Yeah.
Because you worshiping them now.
I had a I had to tell my niece a few years ago when I first came into truth. She had her grandmother on her father's side passed, and she was like, Uncle Bud, I'm gonna get what they call me, Uncle Bud. I was gonna get a tattoo of my grandmama on my shoulder and this and that. And I let her know, you sound like you already set to do it. I know you loved your grandmother, but this is what the scriptures say. The scriptures say we can't get no tattoos, basically. I went into the tattoo scriptures and everything, and hey, she did what she did. You know what I mean? She still got the tattoo, and to this day, it seemed like there's some type of resentment, because she knows she did wrong, and she still did it. You know what I mean? And that kind of goes into Brother Bill's next question, asking if how many times can you be forgiven for the same sin? But before we get there, let me make sure we answer his question adequately. I'm gonna give him another precept. This is the Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, and verse number. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 14, and verse number. 15. I'll start at 4. It says, "For neither did the mischievous inventions of men deceive us, nor an image spotted with diverse colors, the painter's fruitless labor. The sight whereof enticeth fools to lust after it, and so they desire the form of a dead image that hath no breath. Both they that make them, they that desire them, and they that worship them are lovers of evil things, and are worthy to have such things to trust upon." The Most High is talking about the people that make graven images and the people that trust on images. They're worthy to have those images to trust on. They don't have the true power, and you know what I mean. And it's just wickedness. That's I think idolatry. He says was one of the first sins.
That's right.
I got a precept for that. For that. Wisdom of Solomon 14 and 12.
Yeah.
And it reads, "For the devising of idols was the beginning of spiritual fornication, and the invention of them the corruption of life."
Con.
Yeah, I was going to go through that whole thing, but I wanted
to it's all
it's a lot.
The feed off of it too, man. It's an abomination unto the Lord, man.
That's right.
Right. Let me throw one precept in there real quick, man. Let me get Deuteronomy 7 and 25. Cap was right at it, man. Go over, show them, man, that this is their God. Anything that you do more, it becomes your God, man. Right? These people worshiping this cross, it's their God, man. Right?
I got that precept for you whenever you're ready.
Go ahead, Jim.
This is Deuteronomy 7 and 25. "The graven images of their gods shall ye burn with fire. Thou shalt not desire the silver nor gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein. For it is an abomination to Yahweh thy power."
All power and all praise to the Most High, man.
Abomination to the Most High.
Abomination. Burn that junk to the ground. All right.
One more. Let me get one more, and I'm just gonna go right back to where King was at. Shalom,
Shalom,
brother Red. Good to hear from you, King. Hey, this is Wisdom of Solomon 14 and verse number 16. It says, "Thus in the process of time, an ungodly custom grown strong was kept as a law, and graven images were worshipped by the commandments of kings." So they made us, you know what I mean? They made us get down and lay down with these crosses and these graven images and idols and stuff. That's why it's so ingrained in our people today. White Jesus, you know what I mean? That cross, that's all symbols of white supremacy and abomination. You know?
That's right. Hey, Cap, can you jump down to 27 for me?
27. I had that one. "For the worshiping of idols not to be named is the beginning, the cause, and the end of all evil."
Wow.
That's right. All evil. Man. And that's what they got going on. They think they're doing something good, but it's actually evil.
Wicked. All right, I think we might have got
Yeah,
that one.
yeah.
We done killed that one.
Yeah. Let's keep it going because we're starting to get a few of them. Still got to show this one right here, but first and foremost, everyone that's in this chat and everything, make sure you like. We need to get this algorithm out there. We need to get this truth while y'all all in here. It's a beautiful thing to have brothers and sisters in here with us right now, man, and fellowshipping at this moment in time. So let's and then I'm gonna go back up here to this question with Bill White, so we can get that in Hebrews and show him. He said, "How many times can you get forgiven for the same sin? If you constantly keep doing the same sin over and over, can you get forgiveness for it constantly by you just
Lucky, I'll be right back.
So let's get the answer for that for Brother Bill.
You want the one Hebrews 10?
Yeah, let's get that one for him.
Let's see.
That's a good question. That's a good thing for our viewers and for our people to know too. You cannot continue doing the same sin and getting the same forgiveness for it.
That's right. And
let's hear from thus saith the Lord.
This is Hebrews 10 and verse 25. Salakia. Verse 26. For if we will sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth, there remaineth no more sacrifice for sins.
That is right. So you can't get forgiveness if you know this will be a sin. It's kind of like being premeditated. Let me premeditate it, and then later on, let me go ask the Lord forgive me. No, he will not. Once you hear the truth and you know the truth, you acknowledge the truth, you got to keep that truth, right?
That's right.
You can't go and do that sin and then turn around and ask the Most High, forgive me for it. That's why we have a lot of stuff going on in the world today. That's why it's so messed up now, because of Christianity has taught the people you can sin as much as you want. Christ will forgive you. The world has not got better. Nothing has changed because they believe in this concept. No, you just heard it from thus saith the Lord. He said, once you acknowledge the truth, you hear it, and yet you go do it anyway, you will get no more forgiveness of sin. All praises, man. All the answers that we need is right here in this book. This is why we got to eat the roll, like he told Ezekiel, eat the roll. We got to eat this whole book. You don't take 3/4 of the Old Testament, throw it away, and just keep it. And this is in the New Testament, right? Telling you to your face, keep the law, keep it. Don't sin, brother. Don't break it. Sister, don't do it. Don't turn around and be married and talk about some like that one pastor got caught up in that church when his mistress came pregnant and let everybody know I'm pregnant by this man. That sin got his nakedness got showed to everybody.
Right,
you can't do that. See, what you do in the dark, the Most High will reveal in the light. He's going to bring it out, man. Subconsciously or any way he got to do to bring it out, he's going to do it, right? So don't do that, Israel, right? You got to fight with everything in your body, man, to continue to walk this path of righteousness. Remember, it's a race. A race is not determined on how you start, it's how you finish. You've got to continue to press forward and forward. Don't let anything become an excuse for you in life, man, so that you can turn away from following this truth, man. And if anybody ain't gonna come out of the Bible and tell you what thus saith the Lord say, don't listen to him. All your answers right here in this book. Everything we need to know about follow, do, live, eat. We have all the laws. We have the ceremonial law, the civil law, the moral law, right? Dietary law. And Christ came and fulfilled the sacrificial law. We got everything right here in this book. We don't need, this is the only true book. Why? Because prophecies that was prophesied thousands of years ago that would happen to the children of Israel happened to them. That's how you know this book real.
That's right.
No other book got that. So please, whatever you do, don't sin after you come under the knowledge of this truth. That's a very good question. Yeah. Right? I'll praise the Most High. You got something you want to add on that, General? You want me to go to the next one?
Hey, you got that, Chief. You hit the nail on the head with it. Yeah, when you get to that Hebrews 10, it tells you, hey, once you came into the knowledge of the truth, like yes, and we know the truth, we know that is the word of the Most High. Once you come into that knowledge of the truth, and then you have made it in your mind to willfully break it, like you've already setting yourself up for failure. You're already saying, well, you already made yourself an idol. Really, you've made an idol and made yourself higher than the Most High. because he told you not to do something, and then you said, you know, I know better for myself.
Mm.
So you know what? I'm just gonna do it, even though I know it. The Most High told me not to do it.
And people do that. That's exactly what they do. They say, even though I know that it's wrong, I'm still going to do it, but I can ask him for forgiveness for later on, and he will forgive me for it. He will, right? And that's Christianity. That's why the first thing they tell you when they mess up is you got to understand we're not perfect. We're not perfect. I wouldn't have slept with so and so and wife. Y'all got to understand. That's an excuse. Did you know back in the day they used to slaughter you for that, man?
Yep.
Stone the hell out of you. You turn around and sleep with another your neighbor's, your brother's wife or something, or husband. They will kill you right there on the spot, man.
The man
So
and the
stop
woman had to
thinking.
die. Dang. That's crazy.
Shalom back.
Shalom. Right? Hey, we getting some good. It's coming to some good questions up in this thing, man. I like this. All praise to the Most High.
We still
Let's
on
see
Bill's
here.
question about the sin.
Yeah, we just that's the one we been on.
Okay, hold on. I got a precept. I got 2 precepts.
Teresa, go ahead.
Yeah, okay.
Go ahead.
Real quick. I got Sirach 15 and 20. It says, he hath commanded no man to do wickedly, neither hath he given any man license to sin. You don't have a license to sin. You know what I mean? Just because you got grace, because you can ask for forgiveness, that does not give you authorization to sin. You know, we are taught to leave off from sin and repent, you know, because you know, the Most High he's not to be mocked, like the scripture says.
That's right.
A man is going to reap what he sow. You're going to reap what you sow. Let me get one more. We already did the willful sin. You already hit that one in Hebrews.
Con. Chief nailed that one.
Okay. Let me get I'm gonna get James 4 and 17. Then it says, therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin. When you know to do good and you don't do it, now it's sin. You know what I mean? What was that? Paul was saying, you know, in times past, you know, when we sin, sometimes the Most High, he winked at it. But now, you know what I mean? He's coming. There's no more cloak for sin. You know, now you have responsible. So you know what I mean? What's that scripture in Samuel? It tells us that obedience is better than sacrifice. Don't even worry about none of that. Just do the right thing, man. That's all I can say. Do the right thing.
Hey, what I think a lot of people, well, I'll say a lot of Christians fail at is that, well, I have a personal relationship with the Most High. Right. So, you know, he'll overlook this offense for me, but if you do it, it's different.
Yeah, it's madness. As if you can. It's like playing Russian roulette. You know, you basically just kind of keep doing it until that sin catch up with you and kill you, man.
It's going to catch up. You're going to get it. It's, you know what I mean? It's going to come back around. Somehow, some way, you know, somehow, some way, it's going to come back around. Just, it's better to leave off from it.
That's right.
All praises, man. Beautiful question on that, man. We're getting some good ones here, man. Want to hit this next one, which is a very good question as well, too, right? It says, why does the Most High allow the wicked people to rule the world? That's a very, very good question.
Yeah.
Why does he allow the wicked to rule the world? What a lot of people, matter of fact, where is that at in Ezra? About the Lord giving Adam an evil heart, because this is where it starts from, right? Let me get this precept for you real quick, man. I believe it's in Ezra. Let me go find it real quick, man. Where the Lord speak about how he gave him an evil heart, gave that heart to Adam.
I'm gonna get a precept too. Excuse me. Let me get Romans 9.
Go ahead and bring your precept out while I get our minds out,
Kind. Romans 9. It says, I'm gonna start at 15. Romans 9 and 15. It says, for he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I will have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion.
Right.
So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of him that runneth, but of the Most High that showeth mercy. For the scripture saith, Pharaoh, this is the point, Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised you up, that I might show my power in you, and that my name might be declared throughout all the earth.
Right.
Therefore hath he mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will he hardeneth.
And I found that precept I was looking for. All praise to the Most High by the Spirit of truth, man.
Let me drop down on this one. I'm gonna drop down real quick to verse 21. Have not the potter power over the clay of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another vessel unto dishonor? What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction, and that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had prepared unto glory. Which he had afore prepared unto glory, even as of us whom he hath called, not of the Jews only, but also of the Gentiles. So what this is saying is the Most High, he set it up like that.
Yeah, he did.
Allows the wicked, he allows the wicked to be in power and to do certain things just so he can be glorified and his name can be magnified throughout the earth.
Right.
He makes the bully, you know what I mean? The bully 50-0 in school, he knocking everybody out. You know what I mean? Hey, the Most High set it up. He, you know what I mean? Yeah, he gonna knock this nigga out. You thought dude was cool. The bully gonna knock him out. You know what I mean? Just so the Most High can come and say, now I had to take him down. You know what I mean? There is no, he tells you all the time, there is no God besides me. You know what I mean? He's the one and only. You know what I mean? For lack of better words, he's the one that needs to be glorified and magnified, and that's why he does it.
And I'm gonna go off with that real quick before I go get my precept cap. Let's go ahead and add on to that what he said about the Most High allows it. He's the one that does it. Remember what he did to Pharaoh. Let's pull that precept real quick in Exodus 14:4 and show him that the Most High hardened his heart. This man was wicked and evil. He been let the children of Israel go, but the Lord is going to say, no, don't let them go. So everything that's been done is according to his rule and his election. He calls for it. So he's going to allow this man who is wicked to keep the children of Israel, right? Let's pull that out for him. Since Cap brought that out, that's a beautiful precept that goes right along with it.
I got you.
Go ahead.
This is Exodus 14:4. And I will harden Pharaoh's heart, that he shall follow after them, and I will be honored upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, that the Egyptians may know that I am Yahweh. And they did so.
You see that? He didn't have free will when he let the children of Israel go. The Most High said no, and this man was wicked, and he said, no, you're going to go after them. You see that, man? This is the Most High. So he does what he feels is right. And they ain't going to teach you this in Christian church, man. They're going to teach you that he's a loving God, that he don't do no wrong, and that he cannot do no wrong. Here he is hardening his heart, telling them, no, go after them. And they did so. They're going to obey and listen. That precept that I want to bring out to go out on this was 2 Ezra 4:30. Let's get that and show them that Adam was given an evil heart even before in the beginning. It's crazy how people can't fathom that. Like, why would the Most High do that? He didn't have to put this evil heart in Adam. He didn't have to. But guess what he's gonna do? He's gonna do it anyway. So it shows you, man. Right? I'll let the Cap brought out to you earlier, man. It's all gonna be the full trade. It's gonna fall right up in it. Let's get that 2 Ezra 4:30.
This is 2 Ezra 4:30. For the grain of evil seed have been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning. And how much ungodliness have it brought up unto this time? And how much shall it bring forth unto the time of threshing come?
He put it in the beginning, gave him an evil heart. I know that's going to stun a lot of people like, what? The guy that we've been going to church singing to this cross that we see on here gave Adam an evil heart? Yes, he did. It's in the Bible. We told you, thus saith the Lord. Anything that's been said today on this, it's all coming from the mouth of the Most High, man. I know they didn't show us that in church. Hell, some of us been in there for 30 years, man. We thought the Most High could never do no wrong. And here he is putting the evil heart in Adam to bring forth evil.
God,
You drop that there, Cap. What else y'all got on that?
I got a precept just to show the people that just basically off of what Cap said, that the Most High pretty much he raised up the people. He put the people where he want them to do, and he uses them as he sees fit, right?
Yeah.
This is Ecclesiastes, Ecclesiasticus, or the book of Sirach 33, and we'll start at, I want to say, at verse 13. As the clay is in the potter's hands to fashion it at his pleasure, so man is in the hand of him that made him to render unto them as he liketh him best. It's like whatever the Most High sees fit for himself to set up. Just like he was talking about the bully. Hey, the bully wouldn't have such a renowned name if the Most High didn't put him in place. But how much better is when he sets good against that bully to take him down?
Right.
How much more power has he shown then at that point, that the bully who took out 50 people now got taken out by this one person?
Right.
That stood up for righteousness.
Right.
All praises. Khan. Give some quick shout outs real quick, brothers. Shalom. Shalom.
Shalom, God.
Hey, Shalom. What's going on?
Shalom.
Shalom.
Oh,
Shalom.
Right?
Shalom in the chat.
Hey, it's some beautiful questions that's coming in, man. Right? And it's amazing to see that every question they come, man, the Most High is speaking on it. So that's a beautiful thing, man. Right?
That's right.
I'm gonna get ready for this next question right here. Might be a tricky one for us, brothers. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we can answer this, man. According to thus saith the Lord. How do you know if you are making something in your everyday life an idol? That's a good question.
Ooh, that's a good one. I like that.
Very good question.
Yeah. No doubt. That is a pretty good one. Just straight before we get to the precepts, just straight speaking, if anything that you're doing, everything that you're doing, you have to base it off the law. Off the law. Is this lawful first and foremost? Is it law? Whatever I'm doing, is it lawful? Well, I'm eating. I'm talking about eating. I love Rice Krispie treats, or I love, whatever it is. Sister Hannah makes some good Rice Krispie treats, but I've been eating too many of them. You know what I mean? Am I making that an idol? You know what I mean? Whatever it is. First of all, it's lawful. She's using, the marshmallows it doesn't got the pork in it, and so it's all lawful that what we're doing. I'm eating, you know what I mean? But I'm doing it in excess. And excess is the sin when you're doing it too much. So did y'all have something?
Yeah, and that's a great point, because anything that you love that becomes a thing, that's what you love. That's your master. That's your Lord, right? And to feed off that real quick, let's get 1 John. What is that? 2:15. I believe that's what we want. 1 John 2:15, if I'm not mistaken. And let's break it on down to show you anything that you love more than the Most High, it becomes your God, right? You cannot do that. You can have TV, that can become something you love so much. Your iPods, your phone, your computer, anything, clothes, hair, nails, all these things that you spend more time in, are things that you love more than the Most High, right? And let's show you that it's things, man. I believe that's what it is. 1 John 2:15.
I got you.
You got me. Go ahead.
Okay. This is 1 John 2:15. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Beautiful precept on point. Anything that you love more doing, the love of the Father is not in you. The Most High is not in these football games and basketball games. Some of us deck our cars, deck our houses, clothes, wine. We to the fullest. He got nothing to do with that, man. Right? He understands that we in the world, but he says be transformed from the world. We don't have to participate. We don't have to keep their days, man, their holidays. We got our own holy days, man.
That's
right? So anything that you love to do more, God is not in you. You got to love the Most High more than you do, man. Love, like what Cap said, eating and eating. Food is a sin. It's so, you love eating the same food. That's a sin, man. That's something that you love, man. I love steak, no matter what it may be. You constantly get it and get it. It becomes a thing, a natural thing to you that you love more. Now you love that more than you love the Most High. You feel you can't go a day without it. We got to switch that around. We got to make sure that we can't go a day without the Most High. Go ahead, Cap. Y'all.
That's right. That's right.
I'm gonna lay it right
I had
there.
a precept.
That's right.
I had a precept. Let me back on what you were saying, just to bring out that point about when you were talking about eating the food. Actually, it ties into both points. When you're talking about eating the food and the things, like it's not against the law to eat too many of those Rice Krispie treats or the things or the steak. But Paul said it, I think Paul said it best in 1 Corinthians 10 and 23. It said, all things are lawful for me, but all things are not expedient.
Beautiful.
All things are lawful for me, but all things edify not.
Right.
And that goes into what y'all were saying. Like, it's nothing in the law against it, but is it really good for me? Eating too many Rice Krispie treats or taking the steak. Like, I can't go a day without the steak, but I can wake up and go a day without thanking the Most High. Right.
Right.
It don't make no sense. I just want to bring that out. And also just to go into it, I wanted to bring out 2 Corinthians because we wanted to know when those things you're making an idol out of it. That's something that you have to examine yourself. And 2 Corinthians 13 and 5 gives us the best example. It says, examine yourselves. Where do you be in the faith? Improve yourselves. Know you not your own selves? How that Christ, that Mashiach Yahushua is in you, except ye be reprobates. So it's basically what I'm pulling out of that is that you have to examine yourself in the faith to make sure that you are doing the things that are good and lawful for yourself. Not only where it may not break a law, but if I'm doing too much things in access that are lawful, it can still be harmful to you.
That's right.
Not right over much.
Very good. Very good.
Both of them.
Those are some very good precepts. Yeah, everything is not. It may not be unlawful, but it might not be expedient for me to eat this whole box of cookies. You know what I mean? For me to, and I'm saying eat. It could be whatever. I'm not sure what. You know what I mean? It could be anything. You know what I mean? I got a habit of buying too many sneakers, or you know what I mean? I got a habit of watching this show too much TV. You know what I mean?
That's
a lot
true.
of those it's not a sin, not against the Torah, but it can become sin. So very good. I'm gonna get Sirach chapter 31. And I'm gonna start at 16. It says eat as it becometh a man those things which are set before you, and devour not, lest you be hated. Leave off first for manners' sake, and be not unsatiable, lest you offend. This is talking about when you come down and sit at a dinner or banquet or whatever. Don't be greedy. You know what I mean? Eat what's right there. You know what I mean? Don't, you know what I mean? Be disrespectful. Somebody put some food before you or whatever. I'm over a friend's house and I'm gonna eat what they got right there. I ain't got to keep on. Hey, y'all got the salt? Where the salt? You know what I mean? Let me get some. Let me get the hot sauce too. You know what I mean? Hey, you got some rolls to go with this? You know what I mean? Eat what's there, man. You know what I mean? To be satisfied is basically what it's trying to tell us, right? It says, when you sit among many, reach not your hand out first of all. This is the point. It says, a very little is sufficient for a man well nurtured, and he fetcheth not his wind short upon his bed. You know what I mean? When you eat just enough, you're not overeating, doing too much. At nighttime, you know what I mean? When it's time to go to bed, you know what I mean? You ain't over there you know, first of all, snoring and slobbering, all this type of crazy stuff, you know, because all of that affects your health. The way you the way you eat, and excess of eating, sleeping, and stuff like it affects your sleeping and your habits and things, right? It says, sound sleep cometh of moderate eating. He riseth early, and his wits are with him. But the pain of watching and choler and pangs of the belly are with an unsatiable man. Somebody that just can't get enough. You're gonna have choler and you know what I mean, sicknesses. And I think I kind of experienced some of that lately, to be honest. You know, I think I drank. I think I because normally I'll drink beer. You know what I mean, Chief and in general. No, I drink beer every now and then, but normally I do it on the weekends. You know, because I'm a lightweight. I can't drink alcohol and then wake up and go to work the next day, and you know what I mean. I'll be groggy and stuff. But lately, you know what I mean, past couple of weeks, I said, man, I'm gonna get me a beer. You know what I mean, drink a beer, and I only drink one or something like that. But I've been having heartburn. But I noticed if I don't drink a beer, you know, I don't drink beer or whatever for, you know, a few days and you know what I mean, and I fast from it, I don't have that heartburn. And that's just you know, paying attention to your body, understand when you're doing excess of certain things, you know, you excess of certain things, and it affects your body. So
That's
when
right.
it comes to eating and things like that, we definitely got to watch what we're doing, because that's health. You know, that affects our health. Not let alone is it setting up an idol, but it's affecting our health.
Right. Con.
Last scripture I'm gonna get is Matthew chapter Matthew, where I'm at, chapter 11, 10 and 37. It says, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me, and he that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. You know, so Hamashiach is saying you can't love nobody or put nothing above him, equal to him. If you love anything equivalent to him, that's when it comes to being a sin. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
That's an image. That's an idol. You know, that's when you're going off.
Yeah.
So whether it's food or people or a TV show, anything you put on the same level, you're spending more time with, you know what I mean, and you putting up on that level as the Most High, then that's when you're going off.
All right. All right. Our praises, man, for that truth that's coming
Right.
out by these kings and prophets, man. Every bit of it, man, from a spirit of the Most High, man. Let's keep it moving because we got a lot of good questions coming in. Here we go. Let's read this one real quick on it before we move on to our next question, because we're starting to get some questions in here, and it's good, right?
Well, jump
So
up the other one.
jump up.
It's
Yeah,
one
okay.
more. Yeah.
There
Okay.
we go. Oh, yeah, there we go.
The water.
Wow, there we go. So Proverbs 30 and 8 says, remove far from me vanity and life. Give me neither poverty nor riches. Feed me with food covenant for me. The next one that goes right along with it. Verse 9, lest I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord? Or lest I be poor and steal and take thou name, the name of my God in vain.
That's right.
That's right. It's beautiful precepts, man. Go along. It's
Beautiful.
all in the Bible is where we get our understanding, where we get our knowledge, how we understand what we're supposed to be doing and what we're not supposed to be doing, right? It's there. We should be spending more time in feeding on reading the word of power itself, man, so that it can transform us spiritually and mindfully, right? It'll give us the mind of the Most High as we begin to read the Bible more over and over and over. We got to constantly feed this spirit because the flesh is weak. Flesh don't want that. Flesh want to watch gold movies and play video games and party and do all that stuff, man. We got to deny the flesh, man. We got to break it. We got to sacrifice that flesh, right? It's a beautiful thing, man. Love the questions that's coming in so far, man. All praises to the Most High, man. Keep them coming in. We're going to move on down for the sake of time. Let's go on to the next question that we got here. Trying to make sure we don't skip any. We cover everything. So let's see here. Oh, this is a good one right here. It says from Brother Ezra, what is biblical marriage? Oh, I love that. You know why? Because the church has lied to us so much, right? General, can we go ahead and let me go ahead and get me two precepts on here. I know I'm the narrator on this thing, but let me get Deuteronomy 22 and 23. and then Genesis 24 and start at 64. Right? And we'll show them what makes you marriage. Oh, yeah, and pull up the you got time up to pull up the Blue Letter Bible and put the etymology on it and show them, or we ain't got time?
Yeah, we got time. What verse you want to pull up for Deuteronomy?
Yes, do the Deuteronomy 22, 23, and we'll pull it up and show them, and then we'll get Genesis 24 and 64 on down and show them what makes a wife. I want them to understand that word betrothed. The word betrothed is what we're going to look up. A lot of people don't understand when they reading this and they see him and it says he betrothed the woman. They don't understand what that word betrothed means. So let's find out. Let's show them what that word means as well. Right? So that's a beautiful. I like that because a lot of people think you're supposed to go to church, have a ceremony, walk down the aisle, put a ring on, but that is not according to the Bible. That's not how the Lord said marriage is. Right? Cap, you want to add in on this while he's getting that ready real quick?
Yeah, I would have went to the. I was going to go to the Deuteronomy one, but also I can. Let's see.
That's a very good question right there. Let's get what thus saith the Lord makes you a wife and what makes you a husband.
Huh.
Yeah. And ain't walking down aisles and throwing big ceremonies and throwing, hey, who's the next, and coming out with suit and ties on and everything. It's not that. I like that. That's a very good question. And we're going to show the audience because they might not know. Once again, can everybody like the video? All praise to the Most High. Like the video and everything, man. We get that algorithm out, man. Get this truth out, cover the earth. Hey, sooner or later, man, Yahushua coming, and I'm curious. He's going to take his people out of here.
Huh. Very good question.
Deuteronomy 22 and 23?
Yes.
Very good question.
Pull that up right now.
Definitely something that the audience needs to see.
Exactly.
New to the truth. You know, you want to understand, I had a conversation about this at work with some heathen, and they asking, well, you're married. Yeah, that's my, I got a rib. You know what I mean? You're married. Well, where's your wedding ring? That's paganism. You know what I mean? That's paganism. Well, how was it?
Right.
That's all paganism. You know what I mean?
That's right. Here we go. I got it pulled up. Here it is. In 23. Do you need me to blow this up?
So they can see it? I don't know if they can see it. Yeah. You probably need to.
Let me see if I can make this a little bigger. How's that look?
Let me see. Yeah.
And chat, let us know if we need to make this bigger.
Yeah, a little bigger.
We want to make sure that you can see it.
A little bigger.
Say that again.
Yeah, make it a little bigger if you can. Yeah, it's kind of small.
Woo! That bad boy jumped up real big. Here we go.
Yeah.
Con, this is everybody can see it. Everybody see it fine.
Con.
All right. This is Deuteronomy 22 and 23, and it reads, if a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto an husband, and a man find her in the city and lie with her. Did you want to go on to the 24?
Yeah, hit that show show the what's that, betrothed? Say that, read that one more time. Read it one more time.
If a damsel that is a virgin be betrothed unto a husband, and a man find her in the city and lie with her. That's the one you want?
Betrothed. Yes, that's okay. Now betrothed, yes.
Let's go down here. Here we go. We got betrothed, which is H781. We're gonna go ahead and click on that.
Right.
It's gonna give us the root word here for aras. Let's see here.
Strong's H781. Aras.
All right. Here's the biblical outline for it.
Exactly, kind. So to betroth, engage. or betrothed is a man or a woman to be betrothed, right? So when a man lies with a woman, that becomes his rib, his wife. Soon as that man enter, and go back up, General, and go ahead and read 23 like you wanted to, so they can see it too on Deuteronomy 22 and 24. I wanted 24. I'm sorry too with it, but for sake of time, hold on. We'll go ahead and get Genesis 24 and 64 on down. But just to prove this, what we just showing you is that anytime a man lies with a woman, that becomes his wife. Soon as he enter her, that becomes his wife. It's not walking the aisle. It's not putting on rings. It's not standing before some preacher man is telling you, to death do you part. As soon as that man, so we're going to pull out here in Genesis 24 and 64 on down. Pay attention, and we're going to show you and listen how with Rebecca and Isaac. Listen, right? Once that man lied with that woman, that is your wife, according to thus saith the Lord, according to the Bible, biblical scripture, right? For the sake of time, let's get Genesis 24 and 64 on down.
Genesis 24, 64. I'll just type it in real quick.
Got what you got on that, huh, Cal?
Anything
you want to ask?
I'm gonna wait till the end.
Okay.
You want 67 though.
66. Yeah. Well, yeah, we can start.
I mean, well, I guess you if you wanted to
get down a little,
yeah,
kind of show them. You know what I'm saying, a little bit.
Yeah.
God, this is Genesis 24, starting at verse 64. And Rebekah lifted up her eyes, and when she saw Isaac, she lighted off the camel. For she had said unto the servant, what man is this that walketh in the field to meet us? And the servant had said, it is my master. Therefore she took a veil and covered herself. And the servant told Isaac all things that had Salakia. And the servant told Isaac all things that he had done. And this is the point. And Isaac brought her into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebekah. And she became his wife, and he loved her.
Kind. That's that. I mean, you heard it from yourself out of the word itself. He took her right in his mother tent, lay with, became his wife, right? You didn't see nothing about ring ceremonies or anything going on, man. Not according to the biblical context, right? I'll praise it to the Most High, man. Beautiful question. Right. Beautiful question, man. Go ahead, Cap.
And just, just for edification, or just for, conversation's sake, like you said, there was no rings involved. There was no, what is it? What they do? A bachelor party and all that type of stuff. That's paganism. You know what I mean? That's all paganism. A lot of this, some of this stuff was set up. You know how it was back in the day. Hey, you know what I mean? And we could hit some scriptures if we wanted to, but I got 6 daughters right now. I mean, in real life, bro, come and say, hey, man, you know what I mean? I like your daughter, and I'd like to give you, 3 yoke of oxen, 2 yoke of oxen, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? I like her, whatever. But what you got to get, you know what I mean? These are virgins. What you got to, you know what I mean? I'm not just going to let my daughter roll. What you got to give me something. They're my possession. You know what I mean? And so those things were set up that way to where, I'm going to capitalize off of this young man, and not necessarily off of the young man, but it's a fair trade. Not even necessarily that it's a trade. I'm inheriting a son-in-law, but he's getting a possession as well, a good possession. This virgin, you know what I mean? He's going to pay a dowry, and etc. So that's what was going on in that story that you just read with Isaac. Same thing happened with Jacob. His son, he went to go to his uncle. He wanted to marry not Leah. He married Leah, but he wanted to marry not Rebecca. Goodness. Who is it? Leah and Rachel. He wanted to marry Rachel, but he married Leah first. long story short, the father said, hey, this is what you got to do to get in line. You know what I mean? And he made him, you gonna work and do this and that, and that's how you get her. That was the marriage. And they did have a little party and things like of that nature, but it wasn't like what we're thinking about.
That's right.
Another marriage scripture. I mean, I'm gonna go to Genesis chapter 3 and verse number 6. It says, and when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and a tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. So, you read in Genesis 2, 21 down to 25, that the Most High, he saw that Adam was, lonely, and he took of his rib and brought him and made him a rib. You know what I mean? Made him Eve. He made his wife and brought him to her, whatever, And so, matter of fact, let me just get that 2 and 23. I'm gonna start at 22. I'll start at 21. And the Lord, the Most High, caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept. And he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof. And the rib which the Lord Yahweh had taken from the man, made he a woman, and brought her unto the man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh.
That's right.
She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. You know what I mean? They're going to become one flesh. And they were, so Adam got a wife without all of that stuff that we're talking about nowadays. The Most High brought him to her. They became one flesh because they consummated that wedding by him going into her. You know what I mean?
Right.
They knew each other. That's marriage. That's a marriage. That's biblical marriage. I got one more scripture to get to, because we can talk about Tobit. Tobit was the story of Tobit in the story of Tobit in the Apocrypha. He was pledged. How can I say? I don't even want to go into the whole story, but to make the long and short of it, I'm going to read a few scriptures. Let's see.
You starting off in 7, or are you starting off in 8?
I was going to do 8. Man, because I don't want to go too long. You know what I mean? I'm long-winded, but I do want to hit the points there. Let's see. Okay, so let me start right here. I'm gonna go 7 and. Can you get it for me, King? 7 and 11.
Yeah, I got you.
Or
I'm already there.
Can I start at 9, Baba Kashab?
Con, this is Tobit 7 and verse 9. So he communicated the matter with Raguel, and Raguel said to Tobias, eat and drink and make merry. For it is meet that thou shouldest marry my daughter. Nevertheless, I will declare unto thee the truth. I have given my daughter in marriage to 7 men, who died the night they came in unto her. Nevertheless, for the present being merry, but Tobias said, I will eat nothing here, till we agree and swear one to another. Raguel said, then take her from henceforth according to the manner, for thou art her cousin, and she is thine, and the merciful God give you good success in all things. Then he called his daughter Sarah, and she came to her father, and he took her by the hand and gave her to be wife to Salakia, and gave her to be wife to Tobias, saying, behold, take her after the law of Moses,
right,
and lead her away to thy father. And he blessed them. Did you want me to continue?
Yeah, because it's coming to the point.
Con. Verse 14, and called Edna his wife, and took paper, and did write an instrument of covenants, and sealed it.
Right. So they the father said, here she is. This is your wife. No wedding, no whole bunch of extra stuff, right? And when you continue to read, they are going to consummate. They are going to go up into the wedding chamber. They are going to have the sheets, the token of her virginity. You know what I mean? I believe it is. Yeah, they're going to get a token. I believe a token of her virginity, right? Nevertheless, he's going to go up. He's going to consummate that by going in unto to his wife now, and that's how she became his wife. But they are going to what General just read is that they are going to write an instrument of covenants and seal it. So it is going to be, it's sort of like a wedding license. You know what I mean? They're going to have some covenants. I pledge to do this. I pledge, you know what I mean? And it's some covenants. They come into an agreement, a contract. That's what it's about.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yes, biblical marriage is not what we think it is nowadays. Biblical marriage is when you take a woman to be your wife. That's your rib.
That's right.
That's right.
Just
Like
to,
even
you know what I mean? Not to go into a whole diatribe because we could keep on going. But I'm gonna land my plane there.
All praises, man. All truth coming out today, man. All praises to the Most High, man. We do so by giving all glory and honor to His precious Son, Mashiach Yahweh Shai, that this truth is being revealed in these last days, man, and that our people are finally starting to wake up from their sleep and from their slumber, man, right? Beautiful precepts to go along to break it down and show our people every answer that we need and every answer that we need is right in the Bible. We just need to open the book and we need to have understanding and allow the Most High to give us the answers that we need, right? Beautiful. Loved it. That was a great question. Moving on now, down to the next one we got here. Make sure we don't leave out. Want to get put a couple of things in there for us to give our right. Everything in moderation. Come on.
That's right.
That's right, right?
Con.
Okay. Con. All right. Let's see what we got here. See what we got right here. From Sister Taylor, when you get in the truth, should you totally cut off everyone if they're worldly, or try to distance yourself and set yourself apart? That's a very good question, man, because a lot of people don't understand that when you come into this truth, the Lord going to tell you who your friends are. Matter of fact, just off top, let's get, I believe it's John 15. Is that we want? I think it's John 15 and 14, and then Matthew 12 and 50. Let's get those two real quick, and we can pull that in real quick. And we also know that we can go to Job. We got a couple of precepts that we can go to Job because Job friends and everything. So, and also go into Wisdom of Solomon, right? 7 and 14 and 27. So we just gonna break a couple of precepts down. I believe it's John 15 and 14, and then it's Matthew 12 and 50. If we can show that a little bit to them.
We got Matthew 12 and 50 whenever you're ready.
You got the Matthew?
What you say, John?
No, I went to Matthew. I went to this just, I don't know. What'd you say? I got, you stay there, King. I'll go to John. What was that, John? What?
15 and 14?
This is the book of John, chapter 15 and verse number 14. Ye are my friends if you do whatsoever I command you.
Whatever he's commanded us, that's how we become friends. Because remember, Abraham became a friend of the Most High because he did what the Most High asked him to do. That's how you become a friend. This is how you're going to know the friends that you need to put yourself around, because they're going to have the same activity as the other brothers. Just as the Lord told you, this is how you become a friend. I could do my commandment. Whatever he commanded you to do, this is how you separate good from bad. This is how you know, should I be following Brother John, man, knowing that he like to rob, kill, steal? Should I be a friend to him? No, sirree. That's what we're going to bring out in Matthew 12 and 50. Christ is going to tell you who his friends are, right? So we just need to understand how to line ourselves up in position and knowing what's in the world, what is worldly and what is not worldly, right? This is why we got to make a separation. We got to have unclean. We got to put the good and the bad. We got to separate it, right? We got to know the people. Right, you know, it's a story a long time ago that Shaquille O'Neal, before he got to the NBA, him and his friend was walking home from school, and there was a car on the side of the road that had the keys in it. His friend told him, "Let's jump inside and let's go. Let's take a ride with this thing." They left the keys in it. Shaquille O'Neal, knowing his stepfather and his background of his stepfather, he was like, nah, dude, I ain't got time for that. Because he like, dude, if I go home and he find out we get caught, we get in trouble, I'm getting whooped, and I don't want to go through that. So his friend was like, dude, we're going to spin around the block real quick, come back, and then we're going to get out. He decided, no, I'm going to go ahead and home, you do it. As soon as the guy jumped in the car locked, and the cops came running out real quick. They used it for bait, right? But look how he separated himself. Like, look, right now, that friend of his is still in prison, but he out. He in the NBA doing his thing or whatever. He had the career he done had. But he wouldn't have done that, man, if he would have listened to him and stayed with him. He would have been right there on the side of him. So we got to put a separation. This is how we're going to know who our friends are. Go ahead and pull that out of Matthew 12 and 50 for me there.
This is Matthew 12 and verse 50. For whosoever doeth the will of my Father which is in heaven, the same is my brother and my sister and my mother.
That is correct. That's how you know. So don't go out here thinking when you come into this truth, you're gonna lose friends, you're gonna lose family, you're gonna lose kings, folks. Job did. Let's pull a precept in Job. I believe it's 2 in Job 19 and 24. It's 19, 24, and I think it's 32 and 3. We got 7 that 19 and 14 and 32 and 3. We can show you that in Job. Right? It's very important that we understand the reason why the Lord had all these prophets go through what they went through, because he knew later on in life we're going to say, hey, man, we need to put a distinctive through our friendship. We need to know who we can be with, who we can't be with, right?
All right. I got you Job 19 and 14. And it reads, my kinsfolk have failed, and my familiar friends have forgotten me.
You see that? You see that? His own kin folks. We're gonna have that, man. This ain't a yellow brick road. You can't keep your pie and eat it too, man. You're gonna lose family, you're gonna lose friends for this truth. The Lord gonna give you friends, though, right? He's gonna give you friends, man. It's of the same spirit, mind, body, right?
Right.
Let me get that last one there, 32:3.
Job 30. You said Job 32 and 3?
Yeah, I believe that's the one.
Verse 3. Also against his 3 friends was his wrath kindled, because they had found no answer, and yet had condemned Job.
You see, you're gonna have that. Why y'all in this truth and everything, man? It ain't back yet. You need to come on over here, man. Come to the Club 7, man. Let's go get it popping, man. You got to choose your friends wisely, man. You can't expect that. Hey, if it ain't meant for them to change, it ain't. And first of all, the Most High is going to be the one that changes them, not you. You can take and plant the seed all you want, but you need to have a separation. You need to know, hey, the brothers that you see up here on this line right now, is brothers I'm amongst, because they are the same body and of the same mind and spirit. They're not going to come out and deteriorate me and lead me wrong and say, look, man, you need to come and you need to sell drugs with us. No, none of these brothers up here on this like this, man. So you need to put a separation. You need to know your friends from your enemies, man. Right? Go ahead, Cap, y'all, man. I'm gonna land on that one.
I got a precept that was dropped in the chat here. Like and it's just so funny because that was the verse that I was about to pull up. Hey, the real.
That's exactly what I got. I was gonna go. I got the same.
Wow.
See, hey, the spirit. That's the spirit, right? Spirit.
Yep.
Hey, this is Sirach 37 and 12. Yep. But be continually with a godly man, who thou knowest to keep the commandments of the Lord,
right?
Whose mind is according to thy mind or your mind, and will sorrow with thee if thou shalt miscarry.
Right. Keep on going on that.
Yeah.
Come on, let me grab it right here because I'm right here at it. Verse 13. And let the counsel of thine own heart stand, for there is no man more faithful unto thee than it.
You got your own mind, and you know what's right or wrong. You know what I mean? The Most High said, and trust what you've been taught. You know, but always be continually with a man that keep the commandments.
That's right.
Right.
A godly man that keeps the commandments.
Come on, man. You can't expect to love God if you don't.
Right.
Right. I got another precept whenever you you finish that.
Pull it out.
No, you
Pull
got.
it out.
Go ahead. I got one more too. Go ahead.
Khan. This is Sirach. This is chapter 6 and verse 7. If thou wouldst get a friend, prove him first, and be not hasty to credit him. So as you're coming in the truth and they're seeing that you're doing good, they should see you and be wanting to be on your level. And at that point, if they're walking with you, you know that they rocking with you at that point. Like if they walking the walk you walking, like it's because the Most High will end up separating yourself. Like you might be in that same group, but then he's done renewed your mind, as it talks about when you get that spirit, it renews your mind, so you're not gonna be thinking like they think anymore. So they're like,
No.
hey man, like he said, hey, let's hit this lit, let's go to Club 7, let's do this, let's do that. And like, you're like, you know what? It's actually we rolling into the Shabbat. I can't rock with that. Like, hey, but when you like kids, if y'all want to, y'all know y'all can come chill with me over the house. We have some drinks. We can talk about the Bible or whatever. Hey, there's many a times I've been with my brothers and we done went out and we talking about the Bible and building, talking about the kingdom. When that gets, and that's why we here.
Right. What else is there to talk about?
Right.
Support the kingdom. You know what I mean? Shoot. Okay. Let me get I got one. I'm gonna get Matthew 10 and 34 through 36. It says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I came not to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. Now, if you're going to have enemies in your own household, hey, imagine what everybody out there on the streets and stuff, who they going to be. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
right.
Hey, that's why it goes right back to what we read, that Sirach 37 and 12. Always be with a godly man. You know what I mean? Be with a godly person. It might not be your sister or your brother or your mother or your father. It might be this other individual on the same journey as you, going into the truth. But ultimately, the Most High said he come to divide. He ain't come for you to just be a part of the world. He come to separate us. We got to be set apart.
That's right. That's right. Kind. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Hey,
this word, you can't get enough of it. It's beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Can I bring this up real quick?
Go ahead, please do.
Because it's a good point right here. Galatians 4:16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Are they
going to separate from you just because of that?
That's exactly what's going to happen too. You're going to be telling people the truth, you're going to create enemies. That's a good one. That's a real good one. Yeah.
Okay. Let's see here. Let's pull up this next one, can we? What we got here, Mr. Hunt Jr. Is the book of Enoch real, even though it's not in the Bible? I believe we did one video a long time ago on this. A while back we did.
Yeah. The book of Enoch, before I came in the truth, way before I came in the truth, when I first started getting into the Bible, I read about Enoch in Genesis, and then I heard about the book of Enoch and I read a little bit about it. And it interests you, it'll interest you a little bit. Ain't that the one where they talking about the giants and
Yeah.
No, you know what I mean? Just to come straight out. I gotta remind myself of what all it had in it, but I know it had some heresies in it, and
Kind. And can I land me back on that? On your point? Yeah, with the book of Enoch, because there's some things in it that just really contradict what it says in the actual Bible. Now, there was found a fragment that's from the first book of Enoch. There was a fragment found in the Qumran caves, which is like the Dead Sea Scrolls, but it was just a fragment. It was a literal fragment. like maybe 4 lines, and then all of a sudden there's a whole book out of all of this. And then you have the Ethiopian Bible, which has the book of Enoch, but that fragment is still the only thing. And then you know that the Ethiopian Bible is only written around about 2nd century, so it's not even old enough to go back to the time of Enoch.
Yeah.
So,
and it talks
it's
about
crazy.
and it talks about 1,000-foot giants, you know, having sex with 5-foot women, you know what I mean, and then having men of renown, and you know, and they taught the men on earth to you know, to make instruments of war and things like that. Yeah, it's not supported by the biblical text, the standard biblical Bible that we have. It's not supported. That it's kind of, you know, it's way out there. You know what I mean? It just don't. It's out of the realm of practicality.
Well, I know one of the brothers that got the book Enoch, and was I read a little bit of it, man, and it said that when the flood happened, some of the giants grabbed onto the Noah's Ark and were saved like that. That's why when Moses and them sent the spies of Caleb and them, they saw giants in the land. Like, people don't really understand how many of these books that's been publicized and them been out just to go against what the actual Bible itself says and what it stands for, right? And so when people go out on these outside of the Bible, they go look for the truth on the outside. You can't do that, man. Like in Ecclesiastics, man, the Lord speaks about many books being made. Right. It's a lot of books out here that's being made and stuff, man. But why does got to be a lot of books out here made when you already got one book right here, man, that you don't even read and understand for yourself?
Right.
Everything that you need is right. It's in the Bible. You don't need to go out to all these other books that's been made, man. Right? It's a lot of confusion in that when you go read that and then you try to understand the Bible at the same time. It's not going to line up. That's why a lot of people get their confusion. Like, well, the book of Enoch says this. And so I'm challenging you, right?
Right.
They'll try to say they'll use the sons of God, you know, in Genesis about the flood, before the flood, when they came into the women, and then they'll also put that with the book of Enoch, saying, oh yeah, there was these 1,000-foot giants that came down here, and they, you know what I mean? No, man, that's not practical, man. That's not practical at all. You know,
how they even work?
That's just crazy. Yeah. Yeah, and it doesn't match up with the rest of the scriptures, you know.
That's right.
So, real quick, guys, before we go, I got one more question here so far before we can go into that other video segment. And I think that so far this will be the last one because we ain't got no more. So let me pull this up. We'll answer this, and then we can go into that one for time's sake. So here's one from Brother Bill that's got a good one for you, brothers, man. And it says, what is the Hebrew origin and the meaning of Esau? You knew it was coming. One way or another, you knew it was coming.
Brother Bill.
Brother Bill.
Well, we can get that in with Genesis 25. We can get it on the
I'm already grabbing that. Yeah, you know exactly where I'm going. Let's see here. I'll pull it up I'll start at Genesis 25 and 23. I'm going to pull that up on the screen. Unless you have somewhere else you wanted to start from.
I like that. What you think, King?
I like that one. I think we start right there. That's where, let them see, you know. So that'll be great.
Con. Hopefully this is big enough. Oh, yeah. That should be it. Yeah. That looks good. All right. So this is Genesis 25 and 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. And the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger. And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over, like an hairy garment. And it called his name Esau.
Call his name Esau.
Yep, let's Let's pull that up in the linear. Let's
Please
pull that
do.
up.
All praises, man.
And he was hurried all over, and they called him Esau. Here we go. Actually, let's go to the H6215 Esau. There we go. I shall. There we go.
Strong's H 6215. Esav. Esav.
Okay. Now we got the pronunciation in the, I guess you would say, the modern Hebrew. Let's go down here to its biblical outline and usage along with the Strong's definition. Esau, meaning hairy, the eldest son of Isaac and Rebekah, a twin brother of Jacob. And then it gives you who he is, which he sold the birthright for food when he was hungry, and the divine blessing went to Jacob. Look at this. It says Esau.
Look at that. Look at that lie right there at the end.
Arab people.
Man,
Man. I ain't never seen that.
If he the progenitor of the Arab people, then who the hell is Ishmael then?
Yeah.
I'd like to see that. What in the world?
That's crazy. Because you ask one of Arab people, they tell you they go back to Ishmael.
Yeah.
They don't say nothing about, I go back to Esau.
Esau running, he trying to get away.
He deflected. He like, nah, we the Arab people.
That's why brothers say don't, you know what I mean? Well, you can't just go all the way off on, okay, we blue letter or whoever strong, you know what I mean? Because they be, you know, they'll add a little bit in there too. Little leaven the whole lump. Golly.
Dang, I'm trying to remember where that was, where they said when they would come into battle and they brought Esau and the Arabians, right? Do you remember what that verse is? It was talking about the children of it's talking about Esau. He came up and they came into battle. So it was Esau and the Arabians. I'm trying to see where that. I'm trying to bring that up. I know I'm pretty sure it was in the Apocrypha when I saw that.
I remember that to show a difference between them two.
Because it might have said Idumea.
We got some. Let me show this real quick while we looking up for that.
Oh, go ahead, Chief.
It's what
Let me pull that up. I have to look that up real quick.
All praises to the Most High, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. He said that. Here we go. Edomites.
Was you able to find that, General?
Kind of likewise, King.
And once you go ahead and read that, I apologize. I missed one more question, but we're gonna have to try to fit it in real quick and go to the other video. Go ahead.
Okay. You was looking for you said the Edomites and the Arabians?
Yeah. Because it was talking about, I'm trying to remember where that was. Because it was like the Edomites, the Ishmaelites, they were fighting. They were coming into conflict. And Salakia, Israel. I knew where they were, but I couldn't remember where it is.
Let me see.
Here. Shoot, you can even see that. see here.
Let's see.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, it's First Maccabees 5:3, King.
I'll pull that up. First Maccabees
So
5.
well, let's going into it. Yeah, let's take a look at it real quick. It ain't necessarily saying the whole thing, but then if you look in verse 39, it talks about he also hired the Arabians to help them.
There we go. That's what I was looking for. That's what I was
Yeah,
looking for.
yeah.
Yeah, let me see because it says we'll just bring up. I'll just read from 5 down to that one part. 3. So this is First Maccabees 5, starting at verse 1. Now, when the nations round about heard that the altar was built and the sanctuary renewed as before, it displeased them very much. Wherefore they thought to destroy the generation of Jacob that was among them, and thereupon they began to slay and destroy the people. Then Judas fought against the children of Esau in Idumea at Arabiatim, because they besieged Israel. And he gave them a great overthrow and abated their courage and took their spoils. Now we're going to jump down to 39. Well, actually, we can go to 38. And Judas sent men to spy the host, who brought him word, saying, all the heathens that be round about us are assembled unto them, even a very great host. So we already knew that we had the Edomites trying to fight against us. And it says right here, after he brought up a very great host, he said, he have also hired the Arabians to help them.
Right.
And they had pitched their tents beyond the brook, ready to come and fight against thee. Upon this, Judas went to meet them.
Con.
Okay, fine.
The water
So,
for finding that for me.
You
oh
got
no, no,
crazy.
no. I'm glad you went that way because and that's just disproving the blue letter right there, real quick. That like you showed, Judas was fighting against the Edomites first, and then they hired the Arabians, two separate groups of people, to fight against Judas too. So that's showing a difference between the Edomites and the Arabians. They can't be the same people.
Right, right. All right. That's beautiful, man. Let's get this next question in real quick. I know it's kind of quick, but for the sake of time, try to get to the other video with the chariots with the guy that said he saw.
Oh
So
yeah.
if a woman can't teach a man, but if they are in the truth and the man is not, how do they convert? Show the man about the word and what is Israelites, if you understand. So if a woman can't, I got a sister, she throwing it in there. If a woman can't teach a man, but if they are in the truth and the man is not, how do they convert? So if
Like
a
it
woman,
says, yeah, I wasn't trying
go
to
ahead.
laugh at your question. You got it, King. My bad.
I'm just saying, if she, what this question is stating is, if the man is not in the truth, but the woman is, can she convert that man in the truth? And
Without a
if
doubt.
so, how?
Without a doubt. So we got several examples of sisters in the scriptures, um, you know, giving better understanding sometimes to certain brothers, or because that's what a woman is a help meet. Now,
Yes.
you're this woman in the truth is trying to convert this brother. You know what I mean? And really, he has to be called from the Most High from the beginning. You know what I mean? Or it's not going to work. But if she tries to bring him in, hey, look, the Bible says this, the Bible says that, and I'm just going off of my words right now, but she can get him to an understanding. Well, hold on, yeah, I'm glad you brought that to my attention, and then he takes over the wheel once he gets on his feet and say, oh yeah, baby, yeah, you're right. Now we gotta,
Right.
you know what I mean? Now we gotta start doing this, and that, and I gotta, you know what I mean? He comes into his rightful place and position. So not necessarily that she teaches him, but she does bring it to his attention, that we are the Israelites. we are supposed to be doing this and that, and then he takes it from there.
That's right. That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Kind.
It's the quickest thing. I mean, you know what I mean? And without going into and using up our little bit of time,
Yeah.
that's the best thing I'm gonna say is that yes, a woman can be that pillar of rest. You know, we've been since we got off them slave shits, we've been destroyed and demolished, especially the so-called black man. So, you know, for a woman, that's a the Bible says when you find a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. You know,
Yeah.
especially a woman in the truth that can, hey baby, this, you know what I mean, and show a man how to do this, and you know what we're supposed to be doing, and introduce him to the truth. That's a beautiful thing. So it ain't like making it she's his counselor now. Now he has to go and check in with her to make sure that he can eat you know what I mean, ramen noodles. Is that lawful or not? Nah, that ain't what it's, you know, nah, we ain't gonna do that. But she brings him to the truth. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Let's see.
Unless y'all had something else that.
All right, General, you got anything you want?
I think he kind of explained that very well. It's not that. It's more so that women. It's not that a woman can't teach a man anything. Is that the man has been set up to be the leader. So you just don't want to. You don't want to have to sit in a man's spot, because that'll kind of throw off what the Most High has set up. The man's supposed to lead. The women, they have an important part too. They can teach, because they got to teach the younger women. Elderly women got to teach the younger women. The women got to teach the children, and she got to be your helpmate. If she got to be your teacher and do all this, it's just gonna run her ragged. It's gonna run her completely ragged.
Hey, Akim got one. Check this one out real quick. I'm gonna get 1 Corinthians 7:14. This is a beautiful one right here that I wasn't anticipating. I ain't gonna lie, this is a good one. Perfect. It says, for the unbelieving husband is sanctified by the wife, and the unbelieving wife is sanctified by the husband. Else were your children unclean, but now are they holy. Beautiful. 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 Beautiful.
That's right.
Okay?
Beautiful,
Like
beautiful, beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
On point. Are we able to, on point? Since we got that, let's jump on this one real quick. Real quick.
Not positing the idea that those vehicles contain, you know, beings who are, you know, maybe like us.
Yeah, I only go along with garment images.
So like you
want to know about.
Can you make it bigger? If not, don't sweat it. But if
hold on.
Yeah.
Stretch that thing.
Yeah.
Okay, then we can see the words a little bit.
Can you see the words a little bit?
So are you not positing the idea that those vehicles contain, you know, beings who are, you know, maybe like us?
Yeah, I only go along with garment images. And if you want to know about people kind of thing, there is the ship that picked up the Voyager capsule at Alameda Naval Shipyard, and they have a picture there of the Apollo flight with the bugs and diesel on. But anyway, there is one image there that shows black people getting off.
So people with dark skin getting off.
Not dark, black.
Black skin.
Really black. Yeah. That shows black people getting off.
So people with dark skin getting off.
No, black.
Black skin.
They do black.
So are you not positing
On
the
that
idea?
thing, man.
Hmm.
Wow.
What you got on that for us, y'all?
A NASA scientist, all praise to the Most High, King. And I think that last precept came from the brother Ezer. That was a beautiful one.
Well,
Yeah. The water for the precept. Hey, for the water for the participation in the comment section, y'all.
kind.
Yeah,
This
the
has been a
water, the
great
water.
con. So that last clip was a NASA scientist saying that not dark-skinned people, but black people got off. They got images of black people getting off spaceships. You know what I mean? Black people getting off spaceships. Buzz Aldrin and all of them people, they seen black people getting off the spaceships. These so-called government officials and the powers that be understand to an extent what's going on. They understand that we are the salt of the earth. You know what I mean? They understand who we are. And the problem is we don't understand it. But once we come into the understanding and get to where we need to be, that's when all hell gonna break loose.
Right. What's the difference with their black and our black? They call us black, but here's a man that's telling you, man, them was black getting out fire. The lady said, what? No, they were dark skin. No, they were black.
And when I first heard it, I thought she was trying to say, well, you know, like dark skin, sort of like East Indian, maybe, but he was like black. Nah, they were black. You know what I mean? And I seen a longer version of that same video, which to me it sounded like he was saying no, they were black people. You know what I mean? They weren't just, you know, dark skin, like you could try to say that they were Moroccan or some type of East Indian or you know, Singapore or something like that, where they got dark skin like us. No, they was black people. You know,
that's right.
You know, it is what it is. You know, the Most High, He told us in I'm gonna get the book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, and chapter 1 and verse number. I start at 4. This is Ezekiel. You know, I think he's at the river Chabar, and he's going into seeing a chariot. What we call chariots, they call them UAPs, unidentified, whatever that stands for, unidentified
flying objects.
Yeah. So, but this is the Bible calls them chariots. We're gonna see what Ezekiel saw. It says, verse number 4. It says, "I looked and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud and a fire enfolding itself, and a brightness was about it. And out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber, out of the midst of the fire, also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures. And this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man, and every one had 4 faces, and every one had 4 wings, and their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot, and they sparkled like the color, of burnished brass. Burnished brass. We keep on getting that description of brass when it describes Hamashiach, Christ. You know, when it describes Christ 2 times in Revelations and Daniel, and it also describing the angels, the saint burnished brass.
Okay.
These were dark-skinned people. These were black people, you know, the angels.
All praise to the Most High. Wonderful segment, brothers. Unfortunately, that comes to our time. Make sure everybody likes, subscribe to the channel and everything. Get the algorithm out there. Appreciate all the water to everyone that joined us on this tonight, on this count, man, to bring out this truth, man. Great questions in the chat tonight, man. Appreciate all the viewers and everything participating in it. You know, we try to cover as much as we can cover within a short amount of time span, but thank the Most High that we was able to get out what we was able to get out today.
That's right. That's right.
All praise to the Most High.
The water.
Yeah, you got about 2 minutes.
How many?
About 2 minutes. We need to hurry up and hit what we need to say, and we'll leave it there.
All praise to the Most High, you know, for the participation on this Shabbat. We appreciate everybody, you know what I mean? We had to pivot a little bit. since we couldn't go out. But you know, thanks for the participation. We like to say, you know, blessings to the 12 tribes scattered abroad, all of the brothers and sisters on the highways and byways. Peace be unto you. And we're the trees of righteousness. I'm Captain Jehu.
And I'm Chief Yamea.
I'm General Hezekiah.
Khan.
And
Shalom, Israel.
And before we leave, let's hit them with that verse real quick, if we can leave
Khan.
with it. Real quick.
Khan. This is Isaiah 61:3. To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified.
All praises to the Most High, man. All praises, man.
All praises.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom.